Dinosaurs like the Stegosaurus and big features on Isla Sorna in Jurassic Park 3 and The Lost World. Looks got a contract for me to use an expedition center and unearth a giant herbivore fossil. Fairly easy, so I'm going to go ahead and accept it. When last I left you guys, I think the only 3 exhibits I had were over here. Oops, I had a little bit of a freeze there. The Gallimimus exhibit, the Ankylosaur exhibit. The original Anky has actually since passed away. Has been replaced by Ank 002. And then also we've got a Crichtonsaurus that got added to the mix. So this is kind of a smaller Ankylosaurid, and like I said, named after Michael Crichton. And then I've gone ahead and added some Triceratops into what used to be Rexy's enclosure. These guys have the alpine skins, so they look a little different than your standard Triceratops. And then, actually, I believe we've got some Parasaurolophi incubating in the creation lab. They're going to get mixed in with the Trikes to try and increase the rating. And then we've also got a new T-Rex. This is Rexy number 2. The original Rex actually ended up living to be about, I believe she was about 69. Ended up putting the new, whoa, okay, that could be a problem. So, gotta have to put the briefing on hold, because we've got Dilos running loose in the park. Ooh, okay, cool. So let's get the ACU choppers in the air. I'm gonna add whoops, nope, I do not want to pilot it. These guys are too small for my money. Alright, we need to trank these guys, and unfortunately, we just lost a guest. Looks like we've lost 2 guests.
Now that's what I call an entertainment.
That's not good. Okay, come on. Let's get those ACU teams up. Ooh, we have a real problem right now. Come on. This is gonna be messy. Well, there we go. Looks like the other one may have gotten another guest. Yep. Well, this will drive up their ratings. That'll be great. Why are you guys just standing here? Why? I'm pretty sure it just literally killed 6 people just by running into them. This seems problematic. Guests, get to the shelter. Get to the shelter. Don't just stand there like idiots. Okay, well, I guess that's just how this is gonna go. Fantastic. Alright, fortunately ACU is working on recapturing this fellow. Now then, let's see, we need our ranger team. Where's our ranger team? We need to get out there and fix that fence, because I'm 99% sure.
Attending to repair request. Responding to repair request.
90% sure the T-Rex could decide to go through that hole if she wanted to. And you're not moving anywhere near fast enough. This is where I take over. Get it, folks. Sounds like this. Not even sure why the Dilos ended up breaking out. I'm not sure what happened there. So. All right. I believe our guys have gotten things under control.
En route to pick up the asset.
That or the Dilo has moved off into a location. Oh, nope, she's still not tranked. But for some reason, the computer no longer registers her as a threat. Well, being tranquilized. Now, I guess I would understand that.
Heading to collect the asset.
Alright, I have a feeling that unfortunately now I am sitting very firmly in the red. Let's take a look. Yup. negative 405,000 profit per minute because I am facing $506,000 in guest injury lawsuits. With my luck, there will be a storm as well. What new jeans? Oh, we unlocked the wetland cool. Awesome. Alright, well, now we can open all this as shelters.
We apologize for any inconvenience experienced during our recent handling of anonymous events.
Inconvenience. Well, you know, my uncle died, so did all my cousins. You know, there were like 6 of them who all got killed. When the Dilos actually get dropped off, we'll have to exactly see how many guests they really killed.
Asset has been transported.
Its forest needs are a little off, which would be why its comfort level dropped enough for it to want to break out. So let's go ahead and add some trees. I think a few trees are a small price to pay for saving some guests' lives. We'll add some more. Alright, there. Perfect. Alright. Now, because we have the curiosity, this one killed 3 humans. This nasty killed 3 humans and breached the fence. Well, recall that I called them cuties in the last stream. Alright, fortunately though, we have some new Parasaurolophyi to release, so hopefully that will raise our profit margin back up, because new attractions always raise attendance. Celebrity visitors, eyes of the world, you know, all that spiel Claire gave in Jurassic World.
Well, this is more my speed. A Parasaurolophus. Its distinctive crested head presents a challenge to scientists. An evolutionary dead end that we now realize is highly effective. This is what Jurassic research should be about.
I'm glad you think so. In the meantime, I'm going to send out an expedition team and pray that we are now lawsuit free. That would be great. See, there's site completed and site depleted. Does make me wonder. Well, I guess actually, I think most of those we've hit 100% fossil completion on, so that might be why, in that respect, we're all done with that. So,
Ladies and gentlemen.
all right, let's look at our stats. All right, our profit loss is not as extreme. We're probably still dealing with a couple of injury lawsuits, more than a couple. We're dealing with still $297,000 worth. $242,000. Well, we'll just have to hold off on expenditures for a little while. It's gonna slow our progress down, but that's alright. Fortunately, we get those expedition teams back, we'll have completed one contract, and we'll actually be able to lay claim to another. Let's request a contract from security.
We've some work you might be interested in.
Perfect, we'll take it. Something we're striving to get our...
When it comes to training dinosaurs, I'm not gonna lie, money helps.
Yeah, so that's probably the one thing I'm actually really disappointed in for this game. Everything else is fantastic. I mean, Frontier really outdid themselves putting this game together, but it still makes me really disappointed that they couldn't get Chris Pratt to voice Owen, because every time I hear Owen speak, I'm just like, that's not Owen Grady. Oh, looks like our income reached 300,000 again already, so we're already doing all right with that.
That's what I'm talking about. Our guests.
Because we have to
our
remember that it's
people
our
love what
income
we're doing.
per minute, not
That's you.
necessarily our
Keep it
profit
up.
per minute. Right now we're hitting 304,000. We're still dealing with a couple of guest injury
Wait, folks
lawsuits.
are talking. Seems like you may have made some great discovery. Sounds like a win to me. We're taking this one to the bank, and we got you to thank for it.
Now we can sell the Diplo fossil because that'll get us to 100% genome there. Dinosaur eggs. Money, money, money. Alright, good. That'll put us up to 3.2 million. So we're okay to start spending a little money again. See if we can't grab a new contract. Nope, still gotta wait. So, in the meantime, we will send out an expedition. So, yeah, as I was originally saying, I built a new enclosure with Dilophosaurs, and I built a new enclosure for the Rex because it's a lot easier to get right on it and tranquilize a couple of carnivores coming out into a herbivore
Sabotage
pen.
in progress.
The security division has poisoned one of my dinosaurs. What the deuce? Alright. I will go take care of this. Oh, not just one of my dinosaurs, 3 of my dinosaurs. How dare they?
Asset in range. Good shot. Asset in range. Medication administered. Feeder level replenished.
Woo!
In range of the asset. Nice work.
Oh, that one only took 1 dart.
Completing resupply.
One of these days, I will manage to drive through without just ramming right into it.
Taking back to here.
Alright, let's go see what the expedition team's brought.
Remember, the show must go on. This contract makes that possible.
Well, I mean, that's a lot of profit. But I really don't want to decline my rep with security right now. So I'm going to decline that contract. And come in here, I'm going to request a security contract.
A contract just landed on my desk. You need to take a look.
Sure, I can do that. In fact, I will do that. Why not? Send out a couple more expedition teams, and then let's cash in some fossils and stuff. Alright, very good. Let's go ahead and take care of that contract. And I honestly think we're just going to sell this Draco Rex once he's done. If I can find the bugger. There he is. Alright, let's modify and give him cardio strength, I believe is what we needed to give him. Which will be in lifespan. We'll release, and I'm probably just going to sell them off because, frankly, The park needs the money. Man, we've got quite a guest count. Wow, almost 900. That's pretty darn good. We probably are gonna have to get some more dinosaurs going in. Trouble is, the exhibits will not be able to be down here, which means I'm probably gonna have to build. Well, actually, I might be able to get away with still the one ACU team, but we'll see. We'll see. Oh, we got our Dracorex ready, so let's go ahead and release the Dracorex. Teensy little thing. Well, that's great. We get paid $300,000 for him for the contract.
That's impressive work.
Task received.
And then we'll end up selling him for a little bit as well. Mainly because I'm pretty sure that he has fairly... Well, actually, you know what? Fine, we'll keep the little bugger. Why not? Return to base. I'll just make a couple more of them. There you go. We'll get 3 of them going. We're making 274,000 a minute. We're not doing too badly now. So that'll be a good small dinosaur addition to the park. Send out a couple more expedition teams. Keep our revenue up. And I think I'm going to drop another...
If you ever want to build a situation where these animals will truly trust you, then there are times when you have to let them run free, even when that means they want to kill, because that's what they need to do.
In the words of your friend in Jurassic World, are you crazy? Alright. Got some Dracorexes ready for release. Let's release them. Put in another feeder. Well, that is a Parasaurolophus. I'm looking for the Dracorex because I actually realized I didn't look at his grassland and forest things. Wow. Parasaurs really have a set of lungs on them. And fortunately, now that we've introduced some more Dracorexes into the enclosure, their social needs have been met, and so his comfort level should start going back up. Yep, so we'll have a few of them. Let's make sure that it's not getting too crowded for the trike. Nope, just fine. All right. I don't know if I said it before, but what do you call it? Once you feel like you've got about $10 million in the bank, start to feel like you can handle just about anything in your parks. So, of course, now that I've said that, we're finally going to get one of those twisters I was talking about. First time we go to Pena, there's twisters, aka one twister. It was the first storm, and basically destroyed everything. Second time on Pena, I haven't had a single twister yet. It's just all been tropical storms. So, but yeah, we're gonna start thinking about putting another dinosaur enclosure in here, or 2 or 3. I'm thinking maybe what I may want to do is run up a put a small main street in, going out from the hotel here. Try to orient it like in this section. Why do I hear Dilo noises over here? Dilos are still in their pen where they're supposed to be. Strange. Very strange. Meh. I won't worry about it then. Oh, I guess it's coming through the headset on the right side, so yeah, I really am just hearing them make that noise from their paddock. Alright, anyway, as I was saying, gonna go ahead and put a... Go ahead and put a normal path down here. Just basically run it straight out. That should be good. We'll see what I can kind of tack on here. I should have plenty of power, and I should have plenty of storm protection. I'm actually kind of tempted to see about putting an innovation center in here. Trouble is, the thing is massive. So I think we're probably going to forgo having an innovation center on this island, period. On the other hand, though, I can go ahead and start thinking about putting in some guest amenities along this path here. So probably go ahead and put in a gift shop. We got some terrain constraints, so let's go ahead and fix that. I kind of miss some of the terrain tools in other games and whatnot that I've played. At least when it comes to flattening things. I think I'm remembering it was JPOG. If you were going along and you were trying to flatten terrain, if you went over a building or something, then it just automatically lowered the building to whatever the level was you were trying to reach. It's not the case in Evolution here. In Evolution, it you mouse over the building, and anything that is not within X radius of it will raise. Everything else will stay stay the same. But there we go. I think that should be more than enough. We spent 20,000 on leveling the terrain. Hopefully now, I don't know. We still got quite a difference there. So I don't think we'll be able to. Yeah, no. There's just too many terrain constraints, unfortunately. And I think the same thing happens over here, basically. Yep, essentially same thing happens over here. So. Go ahead and put our gift shop there. And we should have a restaurant in here somewhere. Oh, the bar. Sure. We'll put in a bar. Right across from the gift shop because, you know, impulse buyers are more impulsive when drunk, so. And then I think we'll add 2 more buildings and then call it a day there. Let's add a restaurant. Looks like we're gonna have to add more. Whoop! There we go! We've unlocked Isla Sorna. Wasn't even paying attention to my
Isla Sorna. If there's a place on Earth as it currently exists, obviously, if there's a place where dinosaurs look like they should live, then this is it.
Yeah, because it went so well all of the last times. Jeez. Now I sound like Malcolm.
Okay. This will be awesome. So this actually confirms what myself, Best in Slot, my best friend James and I were all thinking about exactly how this how Isla Sorna was going to unfold, and it looks like it's going to be exactly as we thought. It looks like there's going to be wild dinosaurs that I'm going to have to wrangle, and I'm betting you that the Spinosaur and Stegosaur will be there. Heavy landscaping, probably something I'm not too unprepared for, because Pena's required some clever maneuvering. And then I'm interested in create rare and extraordinary dinosaurs across the largest facility to date. I'm wondering exactly what kind of rare and extraordinaries. Like I'm pretty sure the Spinosaur and the Stegosaur are definitely going to be unlocked on this island once we get there. But I am just going to finish up constructing my little main street here on Pena, and then we are going to the Lost World. Let's go. So let me go ahead and pop down the path here that I need to finish off my little area here. So let's go ahead and throw in the restaurant. We've already got the fast food joint down there somewhere. Uh-oh, it looks like... Uh-oh, my path took off on a diagonal that I didn't want. Ooh, I don't want to delete the whole path, just this section. Jeez. Oh, we've got a storm incoming. Well, let's put this place on lockdown. A little bit of a lag there. Open all shelters. And I'm going to get up in the air real quick, because the wrecks should be tranked. This has become part of my standard operating procedures for storms. Trank the wrecks. And that should take care of her. We'll see, the last time there was a storm, the Dilos weathered it all right. So we'll see how they handle it. I definitely want to go ahead and hop into my Ranger Jeep. If anything breaks during the storm, I want to be able to respond to it pretty quickly. But we can already see the winds are picking up quite a bit. I'm not even moving, and it's the wind is actually pushing the Jeep. I've got the handbrakes on, and it's actually still blowing me around. So yeah, it's incredibly windy right now. Alright. There we go. Go ahead and repair the storm defense station right in front of me. Oh, well, that was short. Alright, well, then let's go ahead and let everybody out.
This opportunity is solid and can really help.
No, I'm definitely not. No, I'm definitely not doing in dinosaur combat. That's not happening. So, for those of you just joining us, we are getting ready to head over to Isla Sorna from Isla Pena, and we just managed to get this place to 3 stars. It's gone down just a little bit, what with the storm, but we should be okay. So I'm literally just finishing this this little main street area I was going to set up for my guests, and once that's done, then heading on to Isla Sorna. So let me go ahead and throw down the restaurant finally. So just gonna pop that right there. And then...
Your rep is buying you cred with everyone in entertainment, including me.
Yeah, this doesn't make any... It's actually super surprising to me that this... I know what I'm talking about here. This island ended up being so entertainment heavy. I was definitely anticipating this was going to be more of a security location, but I gotta say I'm not super disappointed. So once these buildings have completed, we're gonna head off to the Lost World. In the meantime, I'm going to just quickly zoom over here and deal with this this feeder that's been Fence broken. Who broke a fence? It wasn't the Rex. What the hell? Some of the parasaurs. We're going to open this shelter, get everybody out of the way, because the big guys can also damage things. Apparently these guys must have been disturbed by the storm. So we're going to go ahead and trank these guys, then get the ranger team over here to repair the fence.
Request received. Responding to repair. Confirmed.
And then once it's dealt with that, then it can go deal with the feeder. Alright, already got one down. So 2 down.
Asset requiring collection. Asset to be collected.
That is a guest, not a dinosaur. Yes, I know there's a dinosaur threat, just the one.
Picking up asset.
Actually, I guess I'll have to double check their comfort level, but where is Rexy? There's Rexy. Poor Rexy's been tranked this entire time while I was constructing things. Now she's up. Okay, very good.
Asset transportation underway.
Alright, so the paras are moving around. I don't see a transport inbound for Rexy yet, but that's probably because I can only do about like 3 transports at a time. That would seem to make sense to me. Oh, when did I get an extra ranger team? I mean, not complaining. Kind of needed it.
Asset transportation
But let's see. Let's send you over to resupply that one. And then Rangers team 2.
Asset has been delivered.
We're going to send you
en route
there.
to feeder.
And we'll go ahead and close this shelter. Fortunately, I think we managed to avoid any guest injuries. Yep, no injury lawsuits. Okay, we're good. Whew. Oh yes, the new InGen database entry for Isla Sorna is open. That will be fun once we get there. So, will not be too long. Oh, Eric Kirby. Ah, yes, I remember Kirby. Jurassic Park 3. Alright, cool. Cool.
Asset in transit.
Alright, let's just check in on our parasaurs real quick. Make sure that they're... Ah, comfort 0%. That would be because there aren't enough parasaurs. Yep, that would literally be it. We need to make another parasaur.
Confirming asset delivery.
And excuse me, we are opening this shelter. And in the meantime, we are going to
Confirming task. No problem.
tranquilize all of the parasaurs. Wait a second. And this Dracorex. Let's make sure we don't have any other wayward wandering dinosaurs. Ay.
Adding task.
Please tranquilize the Dracorex when you have a moment. Unfortunately, it doesn't look like the paras have done enough damage to the fences that they actually need to be repaired yet. Oop. Nope, just a lot of thumping so far. Well, well, well. This has been exciting.
Responding to repair request.
If the ranger team can get there before it breaks out, that would be awesome. Yep, looks like it'll get there. Alright, good. That looks to be the last parasaur that needs to be tranked. So, how are we doing in the creation lab? You know what? We're just gonna go crazy. We're gonna put one more in there. We'll go ahead and release, and then we'll have to move these guys around some.
Asset collection request received. Heading to pick up the asset. En route to collect the asset.
Alright, we'll get our Draco Rex back into the enclosure as well, poor thing. Alright, looks like the social needs are in the blue, so that's good. Population's okay. Let's check in on a trike. Population's okay with them. And Draco Rex, population and social is fine. Okay, good. So now everybody should be happy. Once everybody gets dropped off, we'll just have to keep an eye on them because most of these parasaurs were sitting at like 0 comfort level. Oh, that's right. I still hear screaming because the shelter is still open.
Transportation complete. Delivery complete.
And that's how you go from 3.1 stars to like 2.1 stars. Rating immediately went back up. We're dealing with a whole bunch of parasaurs that aren't very happy right now. But their comfort is rapidly increasing now that they have the social needs met. They are very pretty when they're not, you know, rampaging through the park. There we go. Comfortable dinosaurs, that's good. There we go, that should get their social needs perfect. You should be happy. Of course, they actually won't acknowledge it until it is finished releasing.
Assets in the air.
Let's keep an eye on them, though. If they start dying, they'll have to be replaced pretty quick. Alright. I think that should do for this island for now. Let's go ahead and visit the Lost World. Isla Sorna. Part of me saying I should complete the mission over here, though. We'll just go look. Come on. The temptation is too irresistible. We gotta do it. Looks like we're starting with about 6 million. I'm gonna be very curious to see how Site B looks. It already looks like I can see buildings scattered in amongst the trees in there, but Just the parts they didn't like. Roland Tembo honestly had to be one of my favorite characters in the entire franchise. I mean, just part of that might be Pete Postlewaite, who is just awesome as an actor. So,
This is
but
Isla
yeah, he's
Sorna.
definitely one of my
You've
favorite
got a larger
characters in the
landmass
entire
to
series.
on this island. More opportunities for success, and of course for the unexpected, which shouldn't be unexpected, but you know, it just always is.
Interesting. We've already got people on the ground here. But now, I thought they said that there were
An island
dinosaurs.
Dr. Malcolm's all too familiar with. Site B. Long
This is
since
actually-
reclaimed by nature, mostly.
Actually,
Taming
very
this place
cool.
will likely be your toughest challenge yet. And speaking of taming, a number of wild attractions make up the local population. Full disclosure, some of them have very long and very sharp teeth.
Looks like we have stego herds over there.
Do not let
Looks
this
like-
place fool you. Like Central Park in New York City, what appears to be nature is actually an elaborate illusion. On this island, the dinosaurs are running wild. But that can't be true because they're contained, aren't they? Their situation and their existence is both artificial and real. A recursive nightmare. Like the Dragon Curve, a potentially dangerous Mandelbrot set. Fractal, fraction, fractured. All from the same root word. Frangir, Latin for to break. So you see, creation and destruction are really one and the same.
I bring scientists, you bring a rock star. Alright, let's see here. Oh, lovely. Finally, we get to see the stegos. So there we go. There's our first stegosaurus. Now, this is actually a very interesting set, and we're actually already making a profit, which is fantastic and incredible. I do kind of like this little walled off area for what we've got. Let's see, we've got a security center. Okay, I actually have not seen one of these before, so that is very cool having that there. A storm defense station, because I'm assuming we're going to get some crazy nasty stuff, and then a power station, and oh wow, lag, so much lag. Can't believe the guest count was already that high. Notes Frontier on PS4, at the very least, does seem to have a little bit of a lag problem once the guest count gets high enough. In fact, what is the guest count? I'm curious. 1,715. That's astounding, and they're all in this tiny little square here. But let's see, an ACU center is also the other bit we've got there. Let's actually have a look at the full island here, because this is huge. Now, it definitely looks like there's going to be parts of this where I'm going to want to build monorails and just have those be the only things that connect stuff. Oh, it looks like we do in fact have a Spinosaurus. Oop, disappeared into the tree, but for the brief second we did get to look at the Spino, that was an impressively pretty specimen. Up there we go. Although, in fairness, it does look, it looks a fair amount smaller than I originally anticipated. I don't know why, but for some reason I was expecting her to be bigger. But yeah, there she is. I wonder if she's gonna roar, and we're gonna find out whether or not they kept the old roar. She definitely is starting to sound more like the dinosaur I know and love from Jurassic Park 3. Gotta love the way these carnivores eat goats. 2 quick bites, gone. Unless you're, a little velociraptor. Alright, so very cool. This is definitely one of the assets we will want to brain, function, words, language, talking. I'm usually quite good at it. Definitely one of the assets we're going to want to contain because I don't currently have the ability to research or incubate a Spinosaur. So let's see, and it's only 3 years old with a 59-year life expectancy. That is, it's pretty good. Actually, 59 is probably not years, it's probably some other unit of measure, but still, that's a fair amount of life expectancy. Alright, so here we have our main, well, at least our starting point for our park, which I imagine this is probably where I'm going to build essentially a guest-only area, and then these two separate massive will end up being the dinosaur enclosure locations. But like I said, probably going to do the transportation between the areas via monorail. And do much bigger, more open enclosures otherwise. Should be quite interesting. All right. Well, certainly is a relief to be making money already. Okay, so that ridge there basically marks the edge of my buildable area. Yeah, that definitely sounds closer to the original Spinosaur roar from JP3. Fortunately, it doesn't seem to have any interest in fighting the Stegosaurs, which is a bonus. Alright, let's see here. I love how on this island it's the humans that are locked in, not the dinosaurs. Alright, well, I'm going to put some upgrades on these buildings first. Give it our standard one of each loadout for now until it's determined I need something more efficient or more secure or what have you. Hoping the Spinosaur will make it out of this. Yep, definitely more approving of the roar on Isla Sorna now that we've really gotten a good chance to listen to it. But we definitely want to find a way to get that Spino contained and in a hurry. So probably going to go ahead and first get that Stego out of there, and then what do you call it? We're going to have to work on getting the ACU chopper out there. So we can trank that Spino and build a proper enclosure for it. Let's see here. Let's get the rest of those upgrades in there, though. Alright, so in the meantime,
Asset in transit.
gonna go ahead and take the chopper for a spin. Uh-oh.
Adjusting position. Shot missed. Contact confirmed.
We've got to go down some. Far too high at this point. See it well. There you are. Well, there we go.
Taking back the controls.
Yes, that's probably a really good way for you to sleep with your head underwater. Alright. It actually has a really high grassland need. I'm actually kind of surprised. Alright, well, better get to work on...
Let's not argue over the small stuff. Looking at the big picture, this is a solid contract.
True enough, and we will work on it in due course. For now, though, I need to work on getting a Spinosaur enclosure put together. To run power to it, so okay, fence looks a little wonky, but that's not super horrible. But let's go ahead and get this finished up so that we can get our Spino into a proper habitat. Now we'll just try and finish off with a couple straight sections. There we go. Alright. So hopefully that'll be enough to house our Spino. Of course, we're probably going to have to make some adjustments in terms of the amount of grassland based on this thing's needs. So let's go ahead and remove some of these trees, get them out of the way. It also needs a fairly decent amount of forest, so I don't want to take it all out. We'll just see if that'll do things for the moment. And then let's go ahead and work on getting a live animal feeder in there. It's so nice that these things don't rely on being on the power grid. That's just it. They're just there, and they feed the big hungry things, and that's it. All right, so there's our Spino. So let's go ahead and move her out of that spot and put her in her nice enclosure so she doesn't eat any more stegosaurs.
Acknowledging asset collection request.
The security division wants me to build a small power station. Hey. Don't know where that's going to fit in that little security enclosure, but we'll have to figure it out.
Asset being transported.
Maybe we'll actually have to just be a little more creative with this island. And instead of trying to run paths and everything through the entire park, what we'll do is just run monorails. That could be one way to do it. Maybe. We'll see. Right now there's just such a concentration of guests in that area that it's just lagging out the PS4. It's not fun. Alright, let me just go ahead and start off. We'll get that contract taken care of. Since it's going to be a hot minute before the Spino makes it to her final destination. So we'll just go ahead and get our power station built.
Asset delivery confirmed.
Okay, so let's go take a look and see how happy or pissed off the Spino is to be in her new enclosure. Actually, it looks like we did okay. Looks like grassland needs are met. Going down, though. And unfortunately, if it spends all its time hiding in the woods, we will not have a really good idea how those are changing. Alright, looks like they're wiggling up and down, which means that should be enough space for her, and looks like more than enough forest for her. So, looks like we're getting complaints that our path isn't connected to our power station, so we'll go fix that. Looks like we're using cheap paths in this instance, which is fine with me. Alright.
Some of these new buildings may be of use to the security division. That's a job well done on your part.
Alright. So I actually think we're just going to leave this security thing there. Oh, I didn't notice that. Actually, the Isla Nublar name has a red, or Nublar, what am I thinking? This is Sorna, Site B. I didn't notice the difference there, so that's kind of cool, actually. Alright, so now we've got a group of stegosaurs that need to be dealt with. Specifically, they need to be located somewhere else. Let's see what we can get the ACU guys to handle.
Acknowledged. Adding to the list. Setting additional task.
Go ahead and start getting these guys tranquilized and moved to one of the other areas of the island. Because once they're moved, then we can start thinking about building attractions and so on. As long as our Spino is happy. Ooh, that grassland meter's moved down quite a bit. We'll keep our eye on her. Grassland I've found so far is usually a measure of space. So, I mean, I could conceivably just bend the fence out here and then reconnect it there and see if that satisfies her spatial needs. Otherwise, it's doing this weird dancing up and down thing, so not even 100% sure one way or the other. On the other hand, she is very pretty, so nice that we finally have her secure. We also need to get research centers built so that we've got that going. Has ACU already finished? Oh, well, excuse me, you've got 3 more to do.
Request acknowledged. Confirmed. Understood.
Get them all done. Then we'll get the transport teams going on these 3.
En route to pick up the asset.
That could be a problem because I'm fairly certain we don't have any emergency shelters built. Nope, we don't. Time to build one.
Ladies and gentlemen, our weather forecast has been updated. Storm warning.
So let's hope we can get that finished before the storm... nope, the storm has hit. Hopefully it's not a twister.
Transit has commenced.
Also realizing we don't actually have a ranger station either, so if the Spino's enclosure breaks, we are stuck. Come on, finish up that shelter. Most people don't seem to care. Okay, let's open it.
Picking up asset. Asset collection request received.
Oh, apparently I did not actually set a destination. That's a pain.
Asset requiring collection. No problem. Commencing asset transit.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are...
We don't always get offers like this. Consider it carefully.
Asset has been collected.
So we're gonna have to move that.
Asset transported.
This poor Stego.
Asset delivered.
Adding to the list.
Asset to be collected.
Alright, let's see what else we've got as far as... Alright, let's get some more transport teams running.
Transportation underway. Adding task.
Jeez, all the friggin' flares. Yep, that one's got a flare. Alright, good. So now everybody should be being moved. That'll clear this area out so that we can put in some more infrastructure.
Asset has been transported. transportation underway.
All right. They did say there was going to be some landscaping. Go out these trees. Oh, there was a herbivore feeder just hiding in the trees? Well, that would explain why all the stegos were hiding around it. Well, let's go ahead and get a refund for that. That explains so much. Alright, let's continue with our landscaping. Alright. Now then. Folks, I want to put in
Asset has been delivered.
an innovation center. Yes, I
Transporting
realize
asset.
there's no power. And is not connected via paths to anything yet, but that is fine. Cannot raise terrain around the dinosaur.
Delivery complete.
Alright. Now we can get to putting in a main street. So.
Asset transportation underway.
Woo. Still need the landscaping tools though. Gotta get rid of some more trees. Yes, I know there's no path connected, and I know it has no power. Fear not. I want to completely remove all the trees because I want there to still be some mystery. There we go. But otherwise, this whole area is going to be a main street. Alright.
Delivery has been completed.
Hallelujah. Alright. Let's put in some fancy paths. Alright. actually curious to place this, and then yeah, see how it transitions. That is nice. So I fed it to the guys at Frontier 4, because the way they've made it so that the fences and the paths and everything can curve and not, you know, everything doesn't have to be an absolute straight line, is just fantastic. Getting everything off the grid, because I mean that was definitely one of the things that wasn't 100% awesome about JPOG back in the day, but this is definitely a marked improvement. Let's get some power in here. Let's get a large substation going. I think that'll probably do. That should cover the entire main street and still hit the Innovation Center, so that should be fine. And we can link it right up there. Apparently, we still have power issues. Requires 10 power. What's not being... What is... Oh, it's being constructed. Durr. I have a brain. It does work sometimes. Alright, so... Now that I've done this... Alright. This is going to be interesting. Alright. Now, hopefully, I haven't made the curve too sharp. Actually, I'm going to switch to demolish mode. I'm going to put in another station over here.
I'd strongly suggest you consider taking this contract.
Yep, I'll take it. No worries. Getting power out here is going to be an issue, though. Alright, let's see here. Well, we are going to have to provide some means of getting out there, so... At least the construction still goes whether you have power or not. never mind. We'll construct a large substation. Because why not? There we go. Alright, let's do a quick bit of landscaping. Flatten this area of terrain out.
Look, you know
you
you
go.
didn't have to prove anything, but the way you took charge left an impression. Good work.
Right, okay, buddy. I'm glad you were impressed. Actually, just before I do that, I do want to put in a viewing something or other on this enclosure so that the guests can get a peek at our Spinosaur, especially since currently she's the only dinosaur we have. So, let's see. There we go, you get right off the monorail and boom, there's your thing. Now let's see if I can put the paths together correctly. It worked.
Attention, island. And guests will be arriving shortly.
Oh, okay. So that is definitely worth noting. I've definitely been under the impression so far that every path must connect to the, must at least by some means connect back to the entry point, but apparently that is not the case. If you have a monorail station, you can just as easily connect a path from the monorail station to another monorail station. So it does not have to be linked up with the original path network, which is actually super relevant, because that's definitely going to change the way I manage this particular island. However, before we get any farther along here, emergency shelters are a good idea right next to the big angry carnivore. Right? Big angry carnivore? There we go. Yeah, at least seems to have adapted to life in captivity well enough. Over half its lifespan has already been used up. Alright, let's get some upgrades on this power station. Standard array, s'il vous plaît. Alright. Gotta say, I'm actually half tempted to build an enclosure and get Indominus Rex on this island. That would be fun. But we won't go crazy just yet. For now, we have an attraction. And of course, we still have stegos that are just kind of randomly randomly wandering out this way. Of course, we have the herbivore feeder, and they don't seem to go too far from it. This will actually make it interesting. I might do a second save game where instead of building enclosures for all the dinosaurs, since guests pretty much seem to stick to paths only in this game, might just go ahead and let the herbivores kind of wander free. This poor guy doesn't look to be having a very good day. He's out here all by himself. He's away from food, away from water. Personally, I think it's probably in this guy's best interest if I just get the ACU team out here, tranquilize him, and put him back with the rest of the herd, because poor guy's just all by himself.
Confirmed.
Alright. Of course, we're also going to have to get some service buildings in here as well, research center, etc. Ranger station definitely, because we've got we've got a feisty carnivore now. So, but otherwise, I mean, we're still pushing 1,600 guests and making 144,000 per minute already, and basically just started on this island, which is fantastic. Ah, the InGen Harvester encampment. Cool. Alright, but let's work on getting some stuff here. We're going to need a ranger station. Terrain constraints. Yes, I'm sure there are some, but I still want to get it over here somewhere, as long as it's not obstructed. Alright, so it doesn't look like it's obstructed, so I'm going to go ahead and try and fix our terrain issues. Alright. This will actually make it rather interesting for the Rangers trying to get in and out, but let's see what we can do. Yeah, unfortunately, I just don't think it's going to fit. In which case, we may try to... Actually, now that I think about it, since there are so few dinosaurs here, it actually may make more sense to put the ranger station out this way. Maybe do a small kind of servicey area out this way, rather than put it all the way up here where there are basically no dinosaurs. Actually, as that is the case, I think I'm going to put everything back on level with the Innovation Center there. I actually haven't used the smooth tool at all, so I wonder how that would be trying to do that. That's actually kind of nice. Oh, looks like our internet connection is suffering a little bit, so I might lose one or two of you there. I will keep an eye on the broadcast monitor, see how our numbers may change. Hopefully we won't lose too many of you. Let's get a... I don't know.
Always a pleasure to work with you.
Expedition for a giant herbivore fossil. Okay, well in that case we're going to need an expedition center. Kind of want a research center too, though. Let's see if we can't squeeze it in here. Unfortunately, I think this area behind this path here is just not going to be feasible because of the way the terrain is laid out. So, Unless... And here I go with the landscaping tool again. Ha! Alright, here's hoping. Terrain constraints. Where? Where are these terrain constraints? Good enough for me. There, that way the path connection just looks a little nicer. Alright, good. So we'll have our research station. Oh, time to activate those emergency shelters. Glad I built more than one of them. In sight! Panic! Let's see how everybody's doing out here at the Spino enclosure. Fortunately, there's not many to be contained out here because it's such an isolated area. Alright, let's see what we get. New research options unlocked. Yay! Looks like we've got some storm protection. Not much. And this sounds like the kind of storm where we might have to contend with a twister. Yep, those would be tornado warnings. Structure damaged. Oh! Damn! Right there. Hopefully it doesn't take out sections of the monorail track. You're not telling me we have more than one. Nope, we just have damage, that's all. Don't take out sections of my fence, please. Got pylons, so we're gonna need stuff. Our power station is out. And we still don't have a ranger station built. Talking about the water there. Fortunately, it looks like the twister has abated. Alright, trouble is we have no power there, so trying to put a ranger station out there is going to be rather difficult.
precaución y por su seguridad, diríjanse al refugio más cercano.
各位先生女士，作为预防措施以及为了您的安全，请至离您最近的避难所避难。
Chers visiteurs, par mesure de précaution et pour votre sécurité, veuillez gagner l'abri le plus proche. Senhora de senhores, como medida de precaução e para sua segurança, prossigam para o abrigo mais próximo.
I think that was Greek.
ご来園の皆様に申し上げます。万が一の事態に備え、
Alright, well, let's go ahead
確保のため
and
最寄りのシェルターまでお進みください。
deactivate all. Well,
Ladies and
deactivate the
gentlemen,
alarm.
we apologize.
And let's get a ranger team together because it looks like we have a call for a diseased dino, and I'm hoping it's not the Spino. Poet, and I didn't know it. Come on, there's a magic spot here. Right there. Boom. That's where it's going. Call me crazy, but I just kind of want to... do it the way I want to do it. Alright. I'm going to literally just take out all those trees that I just put in because why not? Once again, all due appreciation and whatnot for the design of the Ranger vehicles, but I just like the Jeeps better. Alright, by the looks of it, that is definitely not the Spino that is suffering from diseases. So. Actually, I guess we do have one building in here that actually looks repaired. Excuse me! Through the crowds of people.
Repair work started.
Low health. Oh boy. Well, it's gonna take me some time to get out there. Hopefully, whatever disease they have, I've got it researched. Oh, too much forest there.
Approaching asset. Asset reported by Ranger team.
Wait a second. I'm gonna bother the dinosaur, why not? Salmonella bacteria to medicate. Aha! So my dinosaurs have salmonella is what you're telling me. Well, that's what they get for eating raw eggs. Fortunately, I think the outbreak will probably be contained to just these 4, because they're not near enough the other guys. I need to get the rangers over there. Well, actually, let's take a look at our research center. Put on some upgrades real quick. Research speed, research cost, and research speed. Alright, and then let's take a look. Let's see if we can get salmonella researched quickly enough.
I know you're busy, but this opportunity is just too good.
I am
to
busy.
pass up.
You are not wrong. Alright.
Don't let this opportunity pass you by.
See, that's going back to what I was saying before about Chris Pratt. You know, they managed to get Bryce Dallas Howard to come in and record, you know, a handful of lines for Claire, but they couldn't do the same thing for
Hit confirmed.
Yes, the medication may not be researched, but I can still boost their health in the meantime until the research comes in, so hopefully in a couple of minutes.
Eyes on the asset.
Haha.
Asset identified. Visual on the asset.
Well, the cars may be indestructible, but that doesn't mean the Stegos can't beat them up. Alright, fortunately all the sick dinosaurs appear to be over in this area, so still dealing with one that has low health. So. Ah, there we go, now we can medicate. There you go, right in the butt.
Asset treatment completed. ID on the asset. Confirming asset treated. Asset in range. Objective completed. Great work.
Okay. Still got one sick dinosaur. Where are they? Ooh, we had a little freeze there for a second. Yep, we're gone.
Asset spotted.
Way off. Wasn't even over there.
Nicely done. Asset dealt with.
Good, alright, we took care of the disease outbreak. Let's see who is low health warning. None None of these. So who's low health? Uh-oh, is it this guy? It's this guy. Shoot. Alright. No, you are not returning to base. You have a tranquilized stegosaur to go save. There we go. There may not be a way through. Oh no, there's a way through. I'm just not there. For the record, yes, I accept that this was entirely on me. I need to get out of my way. Thank you. All right. This is the part that slows us down. Alright, good. Now hopefully we're in the clear. Ah! I've hit the edge. Off the edge. Come on. There it is. We know it's not sick. We just want to boost its health so it can be saved. Alright, phew. Okay, we're just going to very quickly use the transport team to get him, she, it's a lady dinosaur,
en route to collect the asset.
over there with the rest of its fellows. Phew! Ta-da! Ranger team to save the day! Alright. Now we gotta get them over to do repair work. Well, this has been a fun driving tour of Isla Sorna. Alright. Fortunately, the buildings we need to repair are just up ahead. Let's start with the power station.
Transportation.
Yep, that would be a building that needs fixing.
Starting repair work. Repair needed. Requesting repair. Repair work started.
And there we have it. All the repairs are done. Realizing I never put a gate on this thing.
Asset delivered.
Uh-oh, the glitch. What we're seeing here is a glitch that makes the gate look like it's open. It is not actually open, but it looks like it's open. Ooh, we can make that picture better.
I think it needs something more.
Once the dinosaurs get, it appears that once the dinosaurs get close enough to the camera, you can't actually detect dinosaurs in the photo. There we go.
Feeder supplies back to normal.
That'll be... That gate, by the way, will be fixed by a quick trip back to one of the other islands. That'll basically cause the glitch to correct itself. Nope, I cannot go through here. Now there must be a path for me through the trees. It doesn't require me to go all the way back around the island. There we go. Just have to go mudding again. I will return the Jeep very clean. Well, that was an adventure. Alright, Main Street looks a little bare. But I am going to quickly storm off to another island in order to, A, complete the research that needs to be completed because it will be very expensive. Also, because I am missing the entertainment mission on Isla Pena, and it's got 91 million, so I might as well go do it. But yeah, that's our first foray onto Isla Sorna. So, I promise we will have another stream going later on today. Probably pushing about 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I will be joined by my best friend, James. I don't think, unfortunately, I don't think we'll be able to get him on headset. I might be able to get him on headset if we... If I use my VR setup and he goes ahead and watches basically on the television, he'll have the well, I guess he won't be able to have the controller. We'll get it set up somehow. We'll see if we can get the double headset going so you can get both of our lovely voices on the stream. So until then, we will see you guys next time.